So while I give Tracy an opportunity to review the questions, just want to bring up one topic that Tracy showed on her slides, and that is the upcoming board action for standard setting on the Elpac. Just want to clarify, that's standard setting for the assessment. That is not the reclassification decision that will still need to be discussed at a later board meeting. If you determine locally to use the Elpac for reclassification, you can do so, but the department will not be setting a score for reclassification at the same time as we are setting cut scores for the assessment in general. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. The question is, when do you anticipate the results will be available for the Elpac? The results are the same as that will be received as our current contract. It's usually 6 to 8 weeks after the materials are submitted to ETS for scoring, although the first submission will be delayed for quality control checking, so it may be closer to 8 to 10 weeks for our first one. For the Elpac Summative, what is the enrollment date that determines who is tested with the Elpac Summative assessment? For instance, is a new student enters in January, do we initial CELT test? Would we also Elpac Summative in the spring? Yes. If the students are administered the CELT IA within the Elpac summative window, the LEA must administer the Elpac summative assessment if the results are received before the end of the summative assessment window. So if you test any time during the window and you have the results of the IA that identifies them as an English learner and you're still within the February 1st to May 31st window, you must administer the summative assessment. What are the 7 languages that our parent guides are translated into? We have Spanish, Chinese traditional, Chinese Cantonese, Korean, Vietnamese, Filipino, and Arabic. Is there a TK appropriate Elpac assessment planned for development? If not, is there a rationale as to how the kindergarten assessment will be developmentally appropriate of a 4 to 5-year-old? The test development has applied such approaches as scaffolding and other supports using the foundational literary skills in the ELD standards. And it is a kindergarten test only, not a K-1 assessment. And so TK is the first year of a 2-year kindergarten program. And those students will be assessed on the same standards that they would normally be.
So I'll give you a chance to read those. So we have a question, is the STS optional? The answer is yes, it is optional. And will the new California Spanish assessment be optional? Yes, that assessment is optional.
This is the same question about taking the CELT initial in this school year. Will they also be taking the spring? And the answer is yes, they will be taking the summative. Please describe in detail how the audio recording works. The test examiner would log on to our test operation management system, TOMS. They would go to the listening tab. They would then do an audio test of their system, meaning their speakers and the computer, and it will play a sound so that you can get the right volume. Then you would select the grade grade span that you would be administering the test. And at that point, once the students are ready, then you would click on the play button. If there are any interruptions during the testing, you mark the spot where your testing was interrupted, and you go back to just the task type that was interrupted, and you begin the process again once the interruption is ended. And you finish it once. It's a one-time listen only, and then you go on to your next domain or finish the testing for that day. This question was, will the parent guide be translated into Spanish? And the answer is yes.
Okay, so you guys are still sneaking in science questions. So let's go through it another time because I am still getting questions on who takes the science test and are there results on the science test this year. So this is the first year of banking, so all your grade 12 students are taking it. You can administer it based on your local determination to any students in grades 10 and 11 that you choose to. I will not go check and make sure that they were in their last science course. No one is going to check that. That is a local determination of when you give that assessment. We provide you guidance that you should administer the test consistent with the last course that they take for science. And as I indicated before, the vast majority of students take their last science course in grade 12. That being said, at least one individual in the room, and I'm blinded up here, so I don't know where you are, had a question because they have a very specific program, and their kids take science in 10, 11, and 12. And they know that they're not taking science in grade 12. They're taking it in, did I say 10, 11, 12? I meant 9, 10, and 11. If that is the case, then you want to get yourself on track for that. So this year, you would give it to all your grade 12 students, because that's a requirement, all your grade 11 students, and then next year, you will look to see if you had any new grade 12 students enroll, in which case you would have to give it to them, but all of your grade 12 students next year would have already taken it as 11th graders. So then you don't give it to them. We have banked their results. Okay, so hopefully that explains it a little bit more. There is no double testing, as Carrick mentioned. We are not giving the old tests. We are only giving the new test, and we are giving it to all students that are required. All required students means all of your grade 12 students. All students in 10 or 11 are optional at your discretion. The other question had to do with results. At this point in time, there are no results for the field test. If that changes based on conversations that the department is having with the U.S. Department of Education regarding our science waiver, we will notify you of any change. At this point in time, there are no results for the field test.
The question is the Elpac paper pencil this year? And the answer is yes, it is a paper pencil test, and that is the way that it is developed. The other question is, are you considering adding Russian to language translations? We are always wanting to add as many languages as possible, but we are very limited in our contracts in what we can and cannot. But that's definitely something that we can add to a possible list.
So when we look at languages to translate, we use the information on DataQuest that gives us information on the most popular languages spoken in our school districts. So that is the order from which we look at. So that is why if we do any, it's always in Spanish, and then we move down the list from there.
If we were creating a specific window for the Elpac testing that falls prior to the CAS, which we really do thank districts for planning, do we still need to administer the test to the IAs who, as a result, that falls outside our window but within the larger Elpac window? Yes. It doesn't matter when you have to test every eligible EL if they are enrolled during your window from February 1st through May 31st. So I applaud you for testing all of your students at the beginning of the window, but you will always have students that come throughout the window to your school, whether they come from another district or they're identified as an English learner after taking the initial assessment.
And I just want to put another plug into a document that is probably also in the back in our resource section, but I'm not 100% confident. but Tracy did show it on the screen. It is the flow chart that indicates for which test you're supposed to give them this year, CELT or Elpac. I think that's very useful, so if you have any questions about which test you should be giving, please refer to that diagram. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you.